So what are we gonna do next? I'm gonna take this cute little wooden spoon, and we're gonna make a fun pendant. You can wear a pendant, put it on a necklace. You can add it to a journal, a book tag, a gift, anything you would like. But I thought this was really, really fun. It's a fairly nice, smooth, thick wood, and I think these are gonna be fun to work with. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut part of this handle off. So when we get done cutting this, we're gonna be putting this band over the top, and you can glue that or just crimp that down very tightly. And we're gonna be using these cute little ends, and we're going to be using glue and gluing them in, and then we're going to put these little caps around the edges and crimp them in. But I do need my spoon a tad bit shorter, otherwise that would be a really long dangly necklace. So what I did was I kind of put this on here and figured out how far can I go down and still attach this on. So I'm gonna go to about right there. Is that about where I have that? Yes. So you probably don't want to use your huge table saw or your chop saw or your miter saw on this, because it'll just, to hold it down, and it'll just probably snap out of your hands from the force. So we found this great little teeny Drill Master. This is through Harbor Freight. Drill Master, the mini cutoff saw. And our master editor is just going to edit this in so you can really see the dimensions of this wonderful Drill Master mini cutoff saw from Harbor Freight. Try it again. Was that easy? Let's unplug this puppy so I don't. So we have our cut spoon, and we're going to put this on here, but we are also going to glue our little bail inside of here. So I'm going to use a heavy duty glue and do that. I'm not going to do that yet. I would like to decorate my spoon first. Okay, so now that we've got our spoon cut, we're going to start our decoupage project. If you wanted to, you could paint this in white to make it a little brighter before you decoupage paper on, but I'm just going to put this in here. I don't mind, because you're going to get this little brown sepia color behind it, and I really, really like that. So what I am going to do first is, I know I'm not going to need it quite this big, but I am just going to lay my spoon upside down, put water on my brush, and go around this paper. And now, I'm going to tear that out since I've gone around it. And I know I will still need to sand some off, but since you have a nice ridge, I'm still going to be able to do that. So now let's put our decoupage medium in here. And this is the one time you want to be, you kind of want to stay in your lines, because if you start decoupaging to the top, it's going to stick. So I'm going to try to be careful and just get it in the spoon area. I mean, you could sand it off, but I don't want to risk tearing my paper because I decoupaged it on. I'm just going to try to very carefully. And I know this is round, so I'm just going to press in the center and start pushing out. I'm not overly concerned because I'm adding a few other elements to this. And you can see how it looks rounded in there. I think that turned out nice. I think we're going to put this cute little mushroom in here too. And I'm also gonna just use the word nature. I gotta decide where he's gonna go before I put him down. Where should we put the word? Should we put it, I don't know, sideways? Okay. I'm just gonna peel this off. I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. I have my friend here and she's helping me do all this fussy cutting. So, you know what? I'm not that good. Cute. Now this is actually just a little sticker, but we're gonna seal over it so it's not gonna matter. It kind of just ties in, but it looked really cool. Now you could do anything. You could just have a solid background, add stickers, add decoupage paper. You could even, and I'm not going to on this one, but what could be really fun is you could even add a charm in the inside, and when you fill the resin over the top, it's in there. But I did want this cute little word. Did you notice when they do labels and things, they have an edge, so it's really easy to get it off? And if you cut it out of there and there's no edge, it makes it a lot harder. Is there anything else I need in there? Is that just sweet?
That's cute.
That is really, really sweet. So all I'm gonna do now, we're not adding this unless we'll just tell them. Or you could even drill little holes when you're done and add little danglies off the bottom. But you know what? I am just very, very pleased with how this looks. So let's let it to dry and let's sand the edges, and then we're gonna fill it with our clear resin. This is dry, so I'm just gonna use my emery board. This is just very tiny, and I'm gonna sand the edges of this to get the excess paper off. And you're gonna hear the guns from the gun club. Is that what you were?
Yeah.
I almost don't notice it. I noticed it when we first moved here. It's like, what the heck is that? But it's every day but Monday, so. Oh, that is pretty darn cute. Okay, so now let's mix our resin, and we're going to pour that in here. And this is a clear resin. This is ice resin, but there are so many clear resins you can get. So I would say use whatever you would like. You could even use a glossy accents. So I'm gonna put part A in this. You know, I was gonna put it into this cup, but I think it's so thick it would be just as easy for me to pour these two together. So whatever you pour it into or whatever you're using, you wanna make sure you stir it really, really well. Now, if you get little bubbles in this, you can also use a hairdryer or a heat gun and very carefully get them out. Yeah, because there's quite a few bubbles, but you want to make sure this is really mixed well. I'm going to carefully pour this in. I'm going to use my heat gun. I'm going to pour it into the center on a flat surface, preferably. I'm going to carefully use my heat gun to get, I don't know if you can see all those little baby bubbles in that. Try to be careful because I don't want it to blow out of there. Like that.